Many people come into the channel and ask what they can do in Tier 1, Tier 2, or Tier 3 to be effective in advancing to higher tiers. This video is aimed to quickly cover the basics to get you into the game without really delving into any game mechanics. So, like with any build, we need to start by putting down a basic line to set up the dimensions we feel comfortable with. We follow that by building out the sides in order to square out the structure. At this point it's generally an arbitrary amount, as your movement items and weapons will dictate the overall minimum size. Now that we have our base, we'll be attaching wheels to the middle column so that they are as protected as possible. The front two wheels are the steering variant, and the back two are driving. Having distance between the two sets is favorable for stability and turning. At this stage we're thinking about our gun placement and how to optimize it for damage. So in this scenario we're going to go for 4 separate tiers that are simple and flat. Here we will fill out the rest of the armor using the base and the height previously established to form a wedge shape. With this current compact design we are unable to cover the front wheel well with blocks, but it won't become a problem. Make note of the half blocks around it though, as the front two you must trick into place. In order to do this we must place a block in front of the wheel and then place the half block on it. The additional half block we are able to place gives us more protection for the bot and for the wheel, even though a plane cube cannot fit. Once we've placed these half blocks around the wheel wells, we are able to delete any extra blocks used to place them, as the faces adjacent will keep them supported even though we couldn't use them directly for placement. Okay, so the structure of the robot is all done, and we're at the point where we need to place guns on the robot. At low tiers, the placement of guns generally won't influence your design much at all, because they're quite small, but placing them in such a way that they will not shoot each other or your own robot is preferred. Finally, our pilot seat. We want to try to protect this as much as possible because having it fall off means the total destruction of your robot. Here the most armored part is the back. In lower tiers, covering the top of your pilot isn't necessary, as it doesn't have a hitbox itself. The only damage that can come to it is if the blocks below it get destroyed. This is an example of a low tier build of what is affectionately called a gun bed. It can be updated all the way to tier 10, although it will slowly become larger and bulkier as bigger guns become available. Thank you for your time watching this tutorial, and I hope you can continue watching the rest of the Black Cube tutorial series, so we can continue the exploration of game mechanics in Robocraft.